Well, hello everybody, welcome back. Welcome to part 8 of Produce a Trance Track in the style that you would hear on Armin van Buuren's A State of Trance. And it's been a while since the last video, but you know, sometimes life gets in the way, but I have been working on the track, and particularly this right here. You've probably never seen a guitar solo in a trance track. So let's give that a listen, and then I'll explain to you why I did it and how I did it. All right, let's continue. Okay, so you got kind of the gist of the subject at hand, and I made a couple other modifications. So I'm going to hit pause right now. And this track it's got a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of different ideas that I have and have had for it. And I've done a little housekeeping, a little mixing, try to get things to fit together better. And one of the things I want to take care of right now is this bass line and the leads. Let's listen to these in combination. Let's start right here. Actually, right here. Okay, what I want to do with that is I don't want the leads to come in. I mean, I keep going back and forth on this, and I don't want the leads to come in. I want the bass to come in, and then the leads to come in, and then have it kind of build up to in a crescendo, and then kind of fade down into the breakdown. So I'm going to go ahead and mute these, and I'm going to have to modify the automation to have the quiet part start like right there. And then this bass line, I actually had another spire part, and I believe it was right here. It's been a while since I've done it. This one right here, the angry top, it was a spire, if I remember correctly. I should have gone back to the old, I actually have video evidence, don't I? But I did have a problem with a spire in the bass line, and pretty sure it was this angry top, and I just grabbed a Silenth, and I found this part for the angry top. But then I also have this other angry boss. That kind of gives the real heaviness, the heavy, gritty part of the bass. And this one's kind of more top end. But what I've done here is I have the imager dialed way down like this. So what I want to do is just unleash this angry top and add a little bit more stereo to it. So it helps make it more of a broader sound, maybe not that wide, maybe down to 80, 90, let's try 90. So it sounds a little bit fuller, it sounds more, it just works better, okay? So let's play this back, see where we're at. Start it from right here. Another thing I've done, I've changed the guitar part. Here, the rhythm guitar. So it drops down. All right. Okay, and then I've kind of taken it down to where it gets kind of quiet right here. In the ARP. Now, eventually, I would like to get a real guitarist to perform a real guitar solo. Anyways, so the way I did this guitar is with a Yamaha my Yamaha keyboard. Say motif, and so I've got it external instrument. My keyboard's sitting right over here off to the right. Actually, let me unmute it. Then I can play it on, all the MIDI just comes right out, so, through the system. So that's how I did it. This is the MIDI part, then I bounced it to audio. Okay, so. Go ahead and hide it again. Oh, I didn't actually show you. Let me show you some of the processing on that. It's pretty extensive. I've got an H delay. Turn that off. Actually, there's a couple delays. The patch itself has a delay. Then I have the amp emulation software here. Some EQ, then the new Gym Mod chorus, and then, whoops, and some more EQ. And that's all run to an Arts Acoustic Reverb, big one. All right. And then I bounce it to audio in that. Cutting a little of the mud out of there. Okay, so enough on that. And then these, I'm kind of trying to decide what to do with these break beats. So I've got this right here. Then it kind of goes with the kick. When it comes in, it changes. To kind of a so I need to kind of sort that out right now. So zoom in a little more here. that. Let's mute that one. And let's mute that one. Got another one right there, right? Going to mute those reverses. They're kind of dissonant. All right, I'll mute that one. Those two hit together, it's kind of dissonant. Just getting rid of all of the stray spare notes. I have decided to keep the percussion in the build-up here. But I want to get rid of dissonant notes or hits. See, that hits together, and it's got the little reverse right there. And then we got another. Let's see here. All right, that might work a little better. Let's start from back here. Sometimes you've got to do that because when you start piling on parts upon parts upon parts, you'll find that certain things across, the whole stack of all of your tracks, certain elements won't work together. They're just kind of fighting each other. They're hitting at the same time, and you want to hear one or the other, but not both. And it's also important to when you have tonal parts with tonality, then that you have all of the, like if you have a pluck and then a lead, that you have them hitting, doing the key changes and the note changes at the same time. Sometimes they won't, because you'll have a pluck that has a triplet, and then you'll have the lead that doesn't follow the triplet pattern, and you'll have to kind of modify things to where you're having things line up and hit. So it's important to search for dissonance so you don't hear this clutter that we had before. So I think it sounds a lot better. I'm still kind of debating what to do with that bell cymbal. I may just put in fact, why don't I just do that right now? May just put a ride in there. Okay, so let's start with the ride. In fact, let's call it ride. Okay, let's go with symbol, ride. Okay. Okay, let's see where we're at here. All right, we're going to have to do the old trick here of every other hit. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, and so what ends up happening here is you have two hits, but the first hit doesn't decay out before the second one hits, so you don't want to cut it off because it'll sound funny, right? If you went like this. Okay, just to give you an illustration. It'll sound better if you go something like this. Yeah, that's right. Let's just loop that. And then let's just take this one out here. Whoop. And we'll loop that. I think we got every other situation here. Whoops. Muted that, that's right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Nope, it's not repeating right. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's okay. Of course, that's too loud. All right. Okay, whoop. You can actually do a little panning here if you wanted. Whoops, not panning both of them. And because they're separate hits, you'll get a little bit more width here. All right, so now let's take care of this. All right. And then what you could do is, once you get that, you could bounce it to a... But this way, each hit is ringing out. It's not being cut off artificially. All right. That's just a technique that I've kind of invented, I think. But I'm sure other people have done it. Okay, so... Okay, yeah, that ride helps maintain kind of a top-end continuity with all the other top-end hits, especially that cymbal bell. That kind of worked out great. And then I could also try doing something like this. This is a new Murda Melodies plugin that has a really great stereo spread. So let's just do that in isolation. Okay, let's cut some of the mud out of here. Although it's not doing as much because it's already pretty stereo. Okay, well, let's just leave it on there. All right, so all right. Okay, then I want to try to figure out a build here. So what I want to do is right, let's go back tonally, and then let's bring. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. And let's bring a lead in here. Okay. Okay, that's not exactly the part that I wanted. All right. All right, so what I want to do here, let's see. Okay, you know, just kind of a tonal, going back to the tonal to try to create contrast for when the actual drop hits. Okay, so let's see here. Whoops. Copy that again. All right, so that would... two. Okay. Bear with me here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this over to see if this has any remote chance of working. And if it does, if we have something to work with, it's kind of like a little last minute bridge from the out of the buildup. All right, let's see here. Okay. Okay, so got to work on that transition. Okay. 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 No wonder. Okay. So I'm going to make this kind of build up, but then disappear. So we could definitely bring this back. Okay. All right, so really want that to be sent to the verb. And then have that verb okay. The reason I want to have that there is so that when the drop bass hits, it's not such a shock to the ear. And it does kind of work. I guess it's kind of neat so far, but it's got a long ways to go. And yes, I'm going to find a snare here. So let's put the snare. Let's put it here. Okay. 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 Okay, where are we at here? Okay. All right, let's see here. Let's go with a software instrument. All right. We're going to go with Satala. That way I can do a hot swap. I don't know if you've seen this technique. Whoops. Well, in fact, this is the first time I've used Satala since the upgrade to Logic 7 here. And actually Big Sur, because I had to do both. Okay, so let's see how this works. Let's go to audio. Okay, so let's just see, we want to start it right here. Whoa. Whoa. Now, in a situation like that, when you have a huge latency, you know, I was just trying to be lazy and play it in, but obviously that's not going to work because I have huge latency issues, and I don't feel like configuring my header up there right now, so I'm going to have to draw it in. Wow. Okay, we are right there, right? Take it right there. Let's see, let's repeat it 7 times. Okay. Okay, so now I can just loop this and play around and around. And another nice thing that I can do is tune it. But I don't really care for that hit. But let's see if tune it up a little bit here. Now that one's kind of not what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm looking for more of a kind of a piccolo snare type sounding thing. Now see, that one's even in tune, and that's the nice thing about this Sitala. And it's a free plugin, by the way. I did a video on it, an older YouTube video, if you want to check it out on my channel. So I did a hot swap. That sounds in key too. Then what I did is it's got kind of like a one knob EQ here. Okay, then what I'm going to do here is, okay, let's go over here. Okay, so that's kind of falling off a cliff right there. So okay. Okay. Put a little swing on those. Okay. Okay, let's go with All right, so we are going to, let's give it another listen here. Okay, there's a couple ways I can do this. Okay. I can do it that way. But that, I don't know how that's going to work. Let's see here. Okay. All right, so we're going to take that up there. Just have it kind of disappear. That's one way to do it. And then at the same time, I could also put a sound shifter on there. Okay. 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 Okay, this is not. All right. Let's just undo all that. Okay, I want this at 0 cents. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Okay, and so get back to filter 2. I want it filtered up that much. I want it to be 1800. Put a little bend on there. Build-ups out of the breakdown into the drop just take a lot of time to get right. For me, anyways. Some guys it may be easier, but... Alright. Okay, so why that's falling out of bed is because down here so I don't want to play any games. So I'm not going to play any games with that. It's just going to be a quick bridge. Okay, let's see where we're at here. All right, so okay. Needs a little work. Needs a little work. Okay, let's see where we're at here. Get back up here. Well, all right, let's requantize these. Oh, that's wrong. That's just wrong. Okay. Doesn't have to be right on. All right. Okay, so got a little work done today. You have to. Okay, so that's sounding a little bit rough right there, but just a little fine tuning and polish will bring that into where it needs to be, and then we're almost done. So I think the final episode will be episode 9, where we will do the outro beats and all of the effects, and I will do some housekeeping in the meantime. And I thank you very much for watching, and I know it's kind of slow paced to try to figure something like this out on the fly, live like this, and I appreciate your patience. And so if you want to be notified for the next video, just hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. It helps others find my content, and it'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, and I am just going to play it on the way out, just fade out of this video. All right, thank you.